this video, I want to go over the directions for exercise 1 in week 5, just because a lot of students often find the directions for this exercise a little tricky. So the first thing I want to point out is you are being asked to write a conclusion. So this means for this exercise you need to write your own paragraph, not just work with this one. So I'll explain. This paragraph right here is actually an introduction paragraph for a paper. So you're being asked to write a conclusion paragraph that mirrors this paragraph. So the one thing I will point out is the thesis sentence of this paragraph is children should not be kept overly busy with organized activities, because when they are too busy they cannot do the necessary work of childhood: imagination, play, and create. So right here, imagination, play, and create, this is your plan of development. So before you get to the conclusion, you kind of have to outline what would the body paragraphs of your paper look like. So in my first body paragraph, I'm going to talk about imagination. So what would I say about imagination? Second one, I'm going to talk about play. Then the third, create. So you have to imagine that you're the writer of this paper. What are you going to say on these 3 topics? And then lastly, you'll write your conclusion. Alright, so this conclusion paragraph, this is what you're submitting right here. Okay, now you do not need to write out full paragraphs for these. I want to make that clear. You don't need to write this out. Just in your mind, think about, okay, what would be an example of imagination, of play, and create? And then in your conclusion needs to summarize what you say in your body paragraphs. Okay, so your conclusion summarizes this, and your conclusion also summarizes your thesis sentence. A lot of times where students go wrong with this exercise is they just try to summarize your introduction paragraph. And that's incorrect for a conclusion. You don't summarize the introduction paragraph, you summarize your thesis and what you say in the body of your paper. So to do well on this exercise, just take a couple extra minutes and think about what you might say in this imaginary paper about imagination, play, and create before writing your conclusion. And you can also refer to the conclusion template document that I have under our course page under week 5. You can find it there, and I also send it out in the announcements, and it's located under exercise 1 for week 5, where you upload your assignments. You can find a link to it there. So overall, these are just some instructions to help you. If you have any questions still on how to do the assignment, please get in touch with me.